Hi children, once again welcome to 6th standard English class. Dear students, in the previous class we have discussed poem 3 Spring. Dear students, today I am going to start one of the new lessons, that is Unit 4 Friend in Need. Dear students, before going to the lesson, let me tell one of the story. It is a small moral story. I think you have learned this story in your previous classes, like first standard, second standard. Okay, dear students, it is a small story, but it gives a lot of meaning. It means meaning will be very wide. Okay, dear students, now let us see the story.
The Lion and the Mouse. A lion was sleeping under a tree. A naughty mouse came and started to jump on the lion's body. The lion got disturbed. He caught the mouse in his paw and roared. The mouse was scared. He requested the lion, "Let me go, I will help you someday." The lion laughed at this and said, "You are too small to help me. Anyways, you can go." One day the lion was trapped in the hunter's net. He roared loudly. Hearing his voice, the mouse came out of his hole. He quickly cut the net and set the lion free. The lion said to the rat, "Thank you." Moral is, a friend in need is a friend indeed.
Dear students, by this story, what you come to know? Yes, very good. By this story, we have learned a friend in need is a friend in deed. It means when the time comes, both they have helped each other. In the same way, here is one of the story that is friend in need. Dear students, this is one of the story. You have learned this story from your parents and grandparents. It is one of the greatest epic in our country. What is that? Yes, very good. That is Mahabharata. It was written by Vedavyasa. See. He was a great Indian sage. Dear students, in this lesson they have given one of the part of the Mahabharata or one of the situation of the Mahabharata. In this lesson we are learning about the Karna. This is the story about the Karna. He was first son of Kunti. He was born before her marriage. Okay, dear students, now let me read out the lesson. Unit 4 Friend in Need. Dear students, please everyone go through your textbook. Sage Durvasa had taught Kunti a mantra. It was a secret verse to invoke the gods. When invoked, they would appear before her and bless her with sons equal to themselves in glory. The young Kunti was at that time waiting for her Swayamvara. But she had, out of curiosity, invoked Surya, the sun god. He had blessed her with a child who would prove to be the greatest of all heroes. With the baby in her arms, Kunti wondered, "How will I explain the child? Who will believe me?" With a heavy heart, she placed the baby in a basket and set it afloat on the river Ganga. He grew up in Adhiratha's house and became a hero called Karna. "War is near," Krishna said. "Your sons will fight against their cousins. There will be much bloodshed." Kunti was deeply disturbed. The Pandavas would fight against the Kauravas, and Karna was on Duryodhana's side. Karna would fight against his brothers, perhaps kill them or be killed himself. He was her precious firstborn whom she she had never acknowledged, never fondled with a mother's love. Tears of despair welled up in her eyes. Kunti made up her mind to tell Karna the truth. That was the only way to persuade him to leave Duryodhana and to fight on the side of the Pandavas. With Karna gone, Duryodhana would be weaker in strength and spirit. The Pandavas would be able to vanquish him with ease. This was the right time for Karna to learn the secret of his birth. Kunti hurried to the banks of the Ganga where she knew Karna would be at his morning prayers. Karna was standing in the river as Kunti had expected. He was facing the east with his eyes closed. Kunti waited. Karna opened his eyes. He was surprised to see Kunti. He bowed to her respectfully and greeted her. "Oh Karna, my son," she wept as she related the story of his birth. "He was her son," she said, amid tears. "He was her son, a prince of noble blood of the house of Pandu. He was a child of Surya, the sun god, whom he had worshipped a moment earlier. He was her first child, the eldest of the Pandavas. Arjuna was his brother, Yudhishthira, Bhima, Nakula, Sahadeva, all were his brothers. It is the Pandavas you should lead, not Duryodhana's armies. Leave them. Come now, join your brothers. Defend them against the Kauravas. My heart has been heavy within me all these years. Bring me peace now." Karna embraced his mother gently and wiped away her tears. He spoke to her in sad, gentle words. "Indeed, I am a prince, son of Kunti, born to Surya. But Adhiratha raised me. Adhiratha gave me a father's care and gave me his name. Radha is my mother. She lavished love and affection on me. She shared my infant joys and sorrows and proudly watched me grow into manhood. When Krupa challenged me to reveal my parentage at the tournament, you could have saved me, mother. If only you had revealed the truth then, perhaps things would have been different now." Son, with tear-filled eyes, Kunti protested. Karna said, "It was Duryodhana then who befriended me and stood by me. He rebuked Bhima when he flung hot words at me. To Duryodhana it did not matter that I was a merry charioteer's son. He gave me wealth, a kingdom, power, armies. More than that, he gave me friendship, a lifelong friendship. Mother, would I be an honorable man if I deserted him now? Would I be worthy to be a warrior if I deserted the Kauravas to join the Pandavas? Would that be right? Would it be just? Would it become of Karna?" Karna's smile was tinged with sadness. It was a difficult choice, but he did not hesitate to make it. He held honor, duty and friendship above everything else. "Would I not be a traitor and a cheat if I desert him now?" he said. Kunti had no answer. She was heartbroken. She bent her head in sorrow. Okay, dear students, now I have read complete this lesson. Please everyone, you go through your textbook. You read it this lesson one or twice. Okay, now let us move on to the explanation. Dear students, now let us discuss first paragraph. Sage Durvasa had taught Kunti a mantra. It was a secret was to invoke the gods. When invoked, they would appear before her and bless her with sons equal to themselves in glory. See here, Sage Durvasa. Here, sage, it means a holy man. In Kannada, we can say Rishi. So he was one of the sage had taught Kunti a mantra. Once Kunti served sage Durvasa with utmost devotion when he was a guest in her palace. So sage Durvasa was greatly pleased by her devotion and taught Kunti a mantra. It means, so when he was in her palace, she served him with utmost devotion, with great devotion. For this reason, the sage Durvasa became very happy. So he had taught Kunti a mantra. Mantra means a holy saying. Dear students, in your home you are saying in the morning, Shuklam Baradaram or Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu. These are all the mantras. So like this, it is one of the mantra. See, it was a secret was to invoke the gods. By saying this mantra, we have to invoke the God. So invoke, it means to make a request, especially to God. By saying that mantra, we can invoke the God. See, when invoked, they would appear before her and bless her with sons equal to themselves in glory. So, when she invoked the God, they would appear in front of her and bless her with a child. They would be blessing a child to her equal to themselves in glory. So when she will invoke the God would appear in front of her and the God bless her a son. In the future, that child will become one of the great hero. See, the young Kunti was at that time waiting for her Swayamvara. It means she is ready for marriage. Swayamvara, it means it is one of the system. In the ancient time, we can see this system, especially for princess. So here all the princess, they have freedom to choose their husbands. So in the ancient time, all the princess, they have freedom to choose their husbands. This system we are called as a Swayamvara. It means a person will be sitting on the chairs. She should select one of them and she should go and she put the garland. By giving the garland, she is agreeing to marry him. Okay, this process we are called as a Swayamvara. So here the Kunti, she is waiting for her Swayamvara. It means she was a young lady. But she had out of curiosity invoked Surya, the sun god. Because she was a teenage, she had many distracts. So when she had learned that mantra from Durvasa, and that time she was a teenage. She was very much curious about that mantra. That's why Kunti decided to one thing. So what is that? She wanted to check that mantra, if it works or not. So finally, she had out of the curiosity invoked Surya, the sun god. We can see the sun in the sky, that is the sun god. She had out of the curiosity, she invoked the Surya. So when she had invoked the Surya, he had blessed her with a child. So when she had invoked the Surya, he was appeared in front of her and he had blessed her a male child. A child who would prove to be the greatest of all heroes. It means in the future that the child will become one of the great hero. So finally, now Kunti had male child in her arms. Okay, now let us move on to the second paragraph. See, with the baby in her arms, Kunti wondered, how will I explain the child? Who will believe me? See here, with the baby in her arms, she was very wondered. Wondered means here, feel curious. She was very curious about that child because here she had a child in her arms before her marriage. Because she is not an ordinary lady, she is a princess. So that's why she became very wondered. So out of the curiosity, she invoked the Surya. So according to that mantra, she got a male baby. Now she was thinking about that How I will explain this? How I will explain this to the society? See here, she is saying here. So how will I explain the child? Who will believe me? She said herself like this. So how I will explain the child to the society? Because she had a child in her arms before marriage. If I will say Durvasa had taught me a mantra, so by using that mantra I invoked the God Surya, so he had blessed me a male child. If I will say all these stories, who will believe me? If I will explain this in front of the people, they will think I am saying cock and bull story. That's why she was very much feared about this child. With a heavy heart means sad. Because she is a mother of that child. So with heavy heart, because we know that all the mothers are loving their child. So in the same way, the Kunti had love and affection on that baby, but she was very much afraid of the society. That's why with a heavy heart, she placed the baby in a basket and set it afloat on the river Ganga. So with a heavy heart, in a sad mood, she placed the baby in a basket. She put that baby in a basket and set it afloat on the river Ganga. Afloat means floating in water. So here the Kunti placed the baby in that basket and set it afloat on the river Ganga. So when she put that basket on the river, it started to floating in water. Next, he grew up in Adhiratha's house and became a hero called Karna. So here the Kunti placed the baby in a basket and she set it afloat on the river Ganga. So after some years, he grew up in Adhiratha's house. Adhiratha, he is one of the charioteer. That baby grew up in charioteer's house and became a hero called Karna. That the child became a hero called Karna. Here the Karna was the first son of Kunti. Surya was the father of Karna. Dear students, now I am going to wind up the class. Dear students, in this class we have discussed one of the moral story and I have read the complete lesson. Okay, in this class we have discussed the first and second paragraph. Dear students, in your home, please everyone you should read this lesson. Then only you are getting the idea of the lesson. Okay, dear students, in the remaining paragraphs we will discuss in the next class.